You're watching Triple A Backstage, and we're here with Confidence, band out of Sydney. How you guys going today? When I first listened to your latest song, Keeper, I really heard like lots of Fall Out Boy and You Me at Six. Do you guys want to be known as a pop punk band, or do you want to be known as a rock band or not rock band, or where do you guys see yourselves going?
Yeah. I'm not like super fond of the label pop punk. I feel like we don't really want to like box ourselves into anything. Like obviously we have like aspects of like a whole bunch of stuff, but generally I think we just like to be like a rock band, you know.
I think we go where the music takes us normally.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we've taken influences from all different genres because we're all slightly different people as well. So like, I don't know, like I think when we started the band we were like, let's just be You Me at Six. Yeah. Or actually when we started we were like, let's be A Day to Remember. And then we were like, fuck that. Oh although A Day to Remember are great, but we don't need more A Day to Remember clones. So I think
If you're gonna start a band, don't try to be somebody else. Try to be
yourself. 100%.
That's the whole point of starting a band is using everybody's. You know.
So the album's gonna be heaps of Arabian folk rock.
Yeah.
We
That's
just
what we're
can't
gonna
wait.
Yeah.
So you mentioned You Me at Six when you were beginning, and also Day to Remember. Who were your role models then, and have they changed to someone else recently, or do you look up to different bands, like Arabian bands, or like who do you look forward to now in terms of like influence and inspiration, I guess?
I think I completely changed the bands I listened to because of these guys. Like before I used to listen to a lot of Chili Peppers and Hendrix and Led Zeppelin and stuff, and now I listen to pop punk. no, but like I don't know. Yeah, classic.
Dude, I've had a drastic change. Like I went from being like 8 years old listening to Blink-182, and now I'm 22 listening to Blink-182.
And that's leaked out.
Mate?
I don't know. I think I just started getting into more weird shit. Like, I used to listen to lots of pop and like pop punk, and these days I fucking love sad, emo, angry shit, brand new and shit.
Me too, though.
Yeah.
Like I think
And
whatever
still,
influences him.
Yeah, we all love everything, and because we all travel like every fucking 2 months. We're doing an Australian tour, and we have 50 hours in the car, and we're like, listen to this album, listen to this, and
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So.
But I see it's like you're gonna go through life, you're gonna like hear like a whole bunch of bands, but there's gonna be like those ones that like constantly stick with you. So I think like it's changed over time, but I think we haven't like lost the ones that we had at the start. I think we've just gained, the ones that you would add to the vinyl collection and keep forever, like.
So listening to your 2013 EP Youth, I couldn't help but feel that your songs back then were obviously quicker in tempo, but they also just seemed more upbeat and happy, whereas now you have matured in sound, but you've also lost the gleam in your eyes, I guess. Like there is a definite vibe change between 2013 and now. How do you feel like you guys have progressed in your sound and also just the way you approach your music?
I think we've I don't know.
I think a bit of it's maturity, like I think when you like we were 18, 19 out of school, and you kind of feel like the world's your oyster, and then it, like reality kicks in a little bit. That's the most depressing thing I've ever seen.
No, legit though. It's like you start off knowing how like, oh my god, life's great, and then you get in, and then you're like, no, it's not. Well, it is. No, that's not what I meant.
It is just
Life can be fucking fantastic. Okay.
No, but that's what we write about. That's why we're writing about that stuff, like because life can be good, and that's why I think that's the theme of our album as well. That's coming out. Yeah.
If we're jumping the gun a bit, but
You guys have said Keeper is about the feeling guilty about expressions of feelings of depression and anxiety, and then trying not to tell others because you feel guilty about burdening them, I guess. Why do you guys write about such quite a sensitive topic for many people in Australia and also worldwide?
like if you're gonna write music, like you need to delve deep into those sensitive topics.
Yeah,
like 100%.
We've always wanted a reaction.
Yeah,
we've always wanted
like
people to feel something. All the music that we love makes us feel something.
Yeah.
So.
Like music is like a vast array of like a million different things, and like there's some music that you listen to have a good time, like some that you listen to dance, Arabian folk rock, whatever. But like I think for us, like we just want to be like no bullshit, like this is what we're feeling, it's okay to feel that way.
I think it's like really important. That's like a topic I wanted to like press on. Like, don't feel guilty for the way you feel. Like that's nothing you're in control of. Like, and I think that song expresses that well enough.
Yeah.
But
mental health is something that we've seen, like people have talked to us about it at shows. We've seen it affect our friends. Like, it's something that is like very dangerous to young people at the moment. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's important.
That's I think like is one of the themes of this album. It's like mental illness and like the idea that like it's okay to talk about it. Like you shouldn't be like terrified to bring it up. Like it needs to be normalized, like more so in society, I think. And that's something that I think like we would hope to do a little bit with this album.
So is that why the name of the album is Better Weather? So there's no double mixed messages there?
Like, basically, man, like we were trying to find, the themes that brought the songs together, and it's literally like the idea that like everything on the album is one side of that weather. Like sometimes, like we've got a song that will be okay, and it's like, like things are great, things are going all right, like we're gonna be fine. But then we've got like the dark songs on the album, and it's like, you always know that you're always going to be on one side of the weather. Like, I'm ripping a lyric off of one of the songs, but despite the weather, it gets better, I don't know.
I still think the album should have been Better Weather.
Better weather, yeah.
Better wetter. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
If we were a different band.
Changing gears a bit, what's the best and worst heckle you guys have received while playing live?
We played a terrible like pub show in Western Sydney. It was great, it was awesome, but at this point we weren't really versed in playing 18 plus shows. We weren't really sure how it would go down, so we had like a handful of friends and fans there, but then there was just like the regulars at the pub, the older bikies, things of that sort, and classic like between a song, tell us a joke, one of those heckles, and we executed the best joke of all time that can never be repeated on film. But in hindsight, I think that led us to the path of signing with Hopeless, because we could have signed with a different label and that would have been a completely different deal. So that terrible joke was the best thing we've ever done.
A really, really oversized bra thrown at me once. Like,
How oversized is oversized?
I could fit like 4 people in this bra. Like it was interesting. Like I don't think it was from somebody. It was kind of a heckle. It's a bra in your face. I don't know. I wasn't complaining. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, you guys, before sitting down on the couch, well, you specifically were warming up pretty heavily and getting frustrated with yourself. Do you feel, supporting these established bands and seeing what they're doing, does it give yourself accidental like pressure to perform better? And like before I was saying, dude, you're in tune, you're great, and he's swearing and looking at the guitar angrily. Like, how does it affect you emotionally, I guess?
It can get stressful because you go up against these bands that are just like
Killing it. Like,
freaking insane, right? And
you
like,
gotta play before them.
yeah, exactly.
Sometimes you gotta play after them, and that's even worse.
Yeah. Oh, dude, no, it's not a good time. But I think as musicians, we all learnt so much from all the bands we've been touring with. Like, I remember when Kids in Glass Houses came around, that was the first tour we were actually on the road. Like this show, then that show, then this show, then that show, and
we
then
died.
yeah.
These are Welsh boys, they know how to drink. So they would, and the other thing we didn't realize is they had a driver. We didn't. So
we couldn't keep up.
Yeah, so we're like, a couple of young lads, we can keep up with these older fellas who've been touring for the last 10 years, we'll be fine. And no, you can't. You cannot outdrink Welshmen.
And the fact that like Alad's like warm-up routine was just a shot of vodka. I don't think we can warm up that way. Like, no. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
they would drink us under the table. They would drink with us all night. We'd go to bed at 5 a.m. and then they would send us a photo of them smashing beers in the hotel at 9 a.m. and we're just like,
You gotta drive.
Yeah,
Good luck.
Like, I think that's one of the reasons like this band is doing okay, is because we are so fucking critical on ourselves.
Even
like
on each other.
the smallest things, and like we're doing alright and we're okay, but there's still like a million things that we know we could improve on and areas that we're gonna keep trying to improve on, I reckon.
Well, thanks for chatting with us with Confidence. You can grab their album coming out in June, Better Weather. Thanks for chatting. Cheers.